He expressed warnings to others of a force so menacing and unbeatable, it could only be described as supernatural. He called them ghosts.
Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Call of Duty Ghosts Veteran Difficulty video walkthrough. This is Mission 17. This is Loki, the God of Mischief. Even though it's, on this game it's a satellite, but we'll let him off. So this is a pretty challenging and silly mission. You die really fast in space because the buoyancy and the ascension and descension controls make it so that getting into cover is much more difficult than it is in standard gravity. And it's kind of funny that the gravity has such an effect on the gameplay when you're firing bullets in space and other things that defy the law of physics, which my girlfriend had a lot of fun with because she just couldn't really get her mind around the fire in space and all the other stuff. But I really like these missions because I am a boy and I like space. I think that's literally all the justification I need. There's something about space that's just cool. There's something about a gunfight in space that's cool as well. I've never felt as close to Gundam Wing as I do in this instant, but it's tricky too, so you want to be careful. The enemies are really clever on this moment. They will hide behind crates and only peek their head and their gun arm out, which can make it really difficult to see them. But luckily enough, they've got this really obtrusive light on their helmets that flashes like a beacon for like a lighthouse in the dark in the middle of the sea for some weary sailors. So there's a really, obvious tell as to where they are, so there's no real excuse not to be able to see them unless they're not facing you, because when they are you can always see them. There's just this big hypnotic swelling oscillating light in your face, just we're over here, shooters kind of notion. But you're using I think it's called the ARX. It's got a crazy ACOG sight on it, which I don't like, but we've already done this conversation, so I'm not going to dwell on that. But this gun, to me, feels like the ACR. It looks a little bit like it. It's like a spacey, streamlined ACR. It's got I think the reload is kind of similar, but in space it isn't, because he does a fancy thing with the clip. Which, if he does that on land, he's pretty damn dexterous, because to flip a clip and catch it, just imagine if you dropped it. You'd be the biggest tit on the memorial wall going. Died in combat, being a twat. That's something that you want on your epitaph, but keep on pushing forward, bursting these dudes. This gun is really fun to use. I think on this instance it's got a triple burst feature, because that's what it sounds like. But I've played with it in the multiplayer. It's fully automatic there. There's an attachment that makes it go triple burst, and I'm really curious to see if there's any real point to do that with an automatic rifle, because what I would like to see is an extra bullet damage for the triple burst or single burst features. And logically and mechanically I don't really have any way to justify it. I just think it'd make more sense. It's more difficult to aim. It should be a bigger payoff than the old spray and pray technique that works so well in Call of Duty. So this is me trying to pick up a gun that doesn't have an ACOG on it, but that one doesn't have a clip in it, so I don't even think you're meant to interact with that one. And everybody's really angrily telling me to come over here and do the game, but I'm like, no, I want a gun, goddammit! But there's a big gold thing telling you what you need to do, so slam your explosive on it. And here we go. Explosives in space. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, it's a game. The suspension of disbelief is why we play games. That's why I play games anyway. That's the reason why I don't do flight simulators and things, because if I wanted to know what it's like to fly an aeroplane, I'd probably try and fly an aeroplane. But it is expensive, so I can understand the people that go the cheaper route. But once again, I'm looking for weapons here, folks, and the game's just, it's not giving them me. But this is a cool section, and this is what I think the kill streak should be like in multiplayer. This really awesome, particle horror of an effect happening when you fire these amazing launch sequences. But in multiplayer, it couldn't look any more effeminate and shit. And I'm using effeminate here for a synonym of something looking puny, but that's not to say that I don't like the ladies, because I do think that the ladies are quite nice. And should have equal rights. God damn it. But here is the big satellite field, or ICBM missile bases. And here is your aimer. Look at this, man. This is like an RTS of death. Just landing these massive strikes, and they look great too. They don't really look like what I would expect a satellite strike to look like, because to me, a satellite strike is so much, you know, greater in magnitude than anything we have on Earth. Oh, that's what I like to think it's like, you know. But there's an achievement on this sequence for killing all the targets without killing any friendlies, and I don't really remember putting this near friendlies, but I didn't get the achievement, so at some point I must have killed the nice folks who were just cleaning up or, you know, mopping toilets or something. Hang on, maybe I did. Oh no. We'll soon find out. I'm gonna watch like a hawk to see if I got careless at all. See, that looks fine. That looks fine. That looks fine too. Checkpoint reached. Like, so far I haven't seen any of these missiles look off bad or hit friendlies. Interesting. Maybe they've got one hell of a splash damage. Maybe the radiation in 12 years killed someone's child. I have no idea. Maybe it irradiated someone's sperm. For some reason I didn't get it. And this is the end of the mission too. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that one. But thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the finale. So as always, it's been a pleasure, and you take care now.